going on, everyone? It's John Zontini here for the Hampton Road Speed Channel. I'm down here in Virginia Beach, Virginia in the Haygood area, and I'm here with Dave and his absolutely gorgeous 1981 DMC DeLorean. Dave, tell us about this car, where it came from, and how you got it.
Sure. So it's a 1981 DeLorean. It was built in June of 1981. I picked it up from a gentleman in Atlanta. I found it on sale online. He had it listed on eBay, and that's how I became aware of this car.
Right on.
He had it refurbished back in 2008, and that's kind of what I was looking for, something that I could just get in and drive. I don't mind fixing things up, but if I don't have to, then I'd rather not, you know.
I completely understand. Now tell me about the interior of this car. You have leather seats.
Sure.
Original carpeting.
Yeah, so back in 2008 when they refurbished the vehicle, almost everything that you see inside is either new or refurbished. So it's all new carpeting, new leather seat covers. A lot of the interior switches are new, and some of the other various little bits and pieces, interior trim pieces, are either new or refurbished.
Let's talk about the engine in this guy. What exactly, what kind of motor do you have in there?
Sure. So the motor that the DeLoreans came with, it's referred to as a PRV engine, Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo, because all three of those companies used that engine. One of the reasons DeLorean wanted that engine was because Volvo was using it in a sedan that they were importing into the United States. So it had already passed all the EPA regulations and that kind of thing, and DeLorean was able to piggyback on those tests to a certain extent anyway. So as far as parts availability or people who, can work on that engine, anyone who's familiar with old Volvos knows that engine. Yeah,
okay.
Anyone who's familiar with old Volvos will recognize that engine.
Hey everybody, all right, it's drive time, and I have a confession to make. I've never actually sat in a gull-wing car, so this is my very first time ever even pulling the doors down on a vehicle like this. So for those that have never ever sat in a gull-wing vehicle, be it a Lamborghini or a DeLorean, it's quite an experience to be sitting in this vehicle right now. So here we go. So the first thing that I noticed when getting behind the wheel of this vehicle is, number one, there's no power steering.
They wanted the same kind of steering feel that you'd have in like a Lotus or some other, vehicle where the engine is behind the passengers.
Wow, right off the gate, I have to tell you, the pickup is surprising. I was definitely expecting a little bit more of a sluggish takeoff, and I didn't even really hit it at all. Gosh, it's so incredible. And again, for those that have never actually been in a vehicle like this, it's almost like being in a V. The windshield just flies right over the top of your head, as you can see. Now I'm only 5'8". I can't imagine someone being, 6'5" trying to get inside this car.
Actually, DeLorean himself was 6'4".
6'4".
And he wanted to make sure that the car could fit him. The trick though is, if you're that tall, it's much more of a almost lying down. It'll go back a little bit.
Now I'm noticing these two little teats right here. Is that for your tape deck? Is that to hold the tapes right there?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Looks like that would be where the two...
It kind of does, doesn't it? Because you don't want your REO Speedwagon. Hey. That's a prized possession. You want to keep it nice.
I'd have to say, probably, at least for me on this one drive, just the nostalgia of driving an amazing piece of history like this is just so... I almost feel like Jay Leno. Jay, if you're out there and you're watching, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Dave, thank you so much for letting us film and drive this amazing piece of history. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. The guys down in Texas absolutely did a fantastic job, so shout out to you all down there. Now, for those of you that would like to get involved in classics and definitely don't mind turning a wrench, Dave, you said that some of these vehicles are actually still available. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, if you check eBay every now and then, you'll see a handful of DeLoreans pop up for sale, and the prices range. I mean, it's all over the place. You can pick one up at a very reasonable price, as long as you don't mind turning a wrench.
Yep.
you know, all the way up to, you know, it's fully refurbished from the ground up, needs nothing, get in, turn the key and drive.
Stay tuned to the channel, and thank you so much for being part of the Hampton Roads Speed Channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for whatever else we might find out here in Hampton Roads.